How are you guys? Okay, so let me get ready here. I'm gonna lower this maybe a little bit. Let me know how you can see everything. The light. Oh, extra light is good.
Hi guys.
Okay. All right, perfect. So we're here. All right. So I wanted to show you how I do shellac application because I was talking to someone yesterday. I was doing a consultation call and I was explaining everything, and it is a little different compared to when you are working with a client. So here we are. Okay, so I need a couple things. The remover pads, can you bring them? I thought I was ready, but I'm not. So I'm using this CND lamp. And you know what? It's really cool, this lamp, because I was using this lamp in Canada, but now, let me just show you. How these things, so the ends come off. So you press down on this and you can exchange these things. There you go, right? Easy. So that's really good. And so you can use it in different countries. So it's, yeah, 200, from 100 to 240 volts. Volts or watts? Whatever. One of those. Can you bring me the pads?
Right in the middle of something right at the moment. You want to just give me a quick second?
Okay, sorry guys. So we're gonna use these ones. And I'm just going to grab the remover pads, okay? And I'll be right back. So sorry about that. We need to leave this open because it's freaking hot.
Alrighty guys, so what is everybody up to this evening? Or afternoon? Let us know in the comments below.
Okay. Okay, so I'm ready. So I'm gonna I have a clear nail polish. I have two different things on my nails. So I'm going to take it out very quickly with just pure acetone, and I don't find the acetone to be too drying, to be honest with you. So I'm just going to take it off very quickly. And then I'm going to do like a quick dry manicure and then the shellac application. And you know what, the lamps are important. If you don't want to, you know, get allergic reactions, then definitely use the proper lamp. If you're just trying shellac to see how it kind of works or how it applies, if you're gonna like it, and if you're doing this for yourself, I've heard some people advising that if you're using a different lamp, then that will cure it. But I'm not sure if that applies to shellac, so maybe not. Okay. So, all right, so this is easy peasy. I'm really sorry about the noises, but we have a window open because it's really hot in here. And I need a cuticle pusher. So I'm going to just shape my nails. Okay, I'm wearing the wrong glasses. Oh, yeah, the glasses. Sorry. I'm like, why can't I see properly? And this is why. All right, now this is better. I use different glasses for reading and different for work. So filing back and forth is not bad for the nails. What matters is the grit of the file. And I know I'm repeating myself, but not everybody is watching all of the videos, so that way you'll know. So if you have any questions, let me know. And here Mr. Solon Life is reading the questions and we're going to answer them. So I'm going to use the, what is it, the color? How Merlot.
Ah, we got some highs and hellos. Hello, hello, hello.
That's good. I can't see. I can't read when I'm working, so thank you, Mr. Solon Life, for reading the information.
Indeed.
Okay, so very, very important thing when it comes to shellac. Because people often ask, what do I do so the shellac doesn't chip? And I always say, treat it like a nail polish. So just be gentle with your nails, because what happens is, if the shellac, let's just say, is 50% stronger than a regular polish, what happens, people get very, very comfortable, and then they are 50% harder on their nails. So you still get the chipping, right? And they just abuse their nails, and that's very, very common. So this should never be used for strength. This should never be used so people's nails don't break. It's just a long-lasting shine, and it just looks pretty, because it does look more shiny than a nail polish. So you kind of have to, you know, explain to people that this is not for any type of strength. And also, these products, or gel polishes especially, were designed for healthy, natural nails. So if you have clients that have peeling nails, damaged nails, I don't suggest using shellac, because they are not going to have good results. And I find the worst are peeling nails, because what happens is the shellac is going to stay, but the nail is going to peel from itself in layers. So, and it looks then like shellac is peeling, but it's not the shellac, it's the, I can move this, it's the natural nail that's peeling. So sometimes really explaining to clients that their natural nails need to be healthy is super, super important. So not kind of just like saying, you know, someone booking a shellac and you're like, okay, and then you know, you look at the person and their nails are a complete disaster. What I usually would do is just to say, okay, I want to see your nails first if you're a good candidate for, you know, for shellac, because not everybody is. And that kind of right away, you know, you explain to people how this works. But this is, you know, more about doing your own nails for whatever reason. I know a lot of estheticians, they want to do their own nails because they're well, they want to, so this is for them. And you know what, to be honest with you, again, because I know probably a lot of people that are doing their own nails and they're not professionals are watching this, and I'm not trying to be judgmental, you know, because I understand, but you know, training is necessary with these products, and it's because shellac is hypoallergenic, but you still have to be very, very careful with it. These UV Cure products are quite allergenic, and people don't understand how the allergies happen, and they just think that it's like, oh wow, I'm allergic. But it's not that you're allergic, it's that you've overexposed yourself to the product somehow. So sometimes even switching product is not the answer. The answer is making sure that you're adjusting your technique to make sure that you're not doing something incorrect. So that's usually what you have to do. So, you know, that's why I don't recommend these products, not because, you know, I want to hog all the business to myself, but because you know, once you get overexposed to a product, sadly, you will be reacting to many other products. Wow. Sorry about that, it's outside. Okay, so I need a cuticle pusher, which you know what? Let's just try this. I know this is not CND, but I just received it. Well, received it, no, I bought it. Let's just see, because one side is apparently, oh, good for pushing the skin, so we'll see if that's correct.
By the way, we've gotten a lot of people who dropped in to say hi and let us know, you know, they've been doing their nails or, you know, while watching you.
Oh, good. Awesome. So
you know, and we're getting some, you know, great feedback about talking about allergens and irritation, you know, and it being a huge issue, which I totally agree.
Yeah.
The lack of education and people, you know, developing allergy issues is, you know, clearly a problem.
Yeah, and you know what? It's not, because normally they say it's from skin contact, but people right away think, oh, I don't touch the skin, like with the product. It's not when you touch the skin, it's when you remove it. That's when you get a contact with the skin, because you're gonna soak it off, right? Or you're gonna file it off. So when you're filing it off, it's ending up like the fine dust is ending up on your skin. or even on your face, on your chest, you're inhaling it if you don't have a proper ventilation. And if you're soaking it off, that partially uncured product is going to, like the acetone is going to melt it, and it's just going to soak into your skin everywhere. So that's the problem with these products. So you have to make sure that you cure them correctly. And how do you know that you cure them correctly? Is by using the proper lamp. So that's why the CND company recommends the CND lamps, and not every lamp is the same. They all produce, you know, light, but the wavelength is different, and the strength and the quality of the bulbs is different. So just because they are on, that doesn't mean that they're working. It's just like when you go to a tanning salon. I know people are not going to tanning salons, but you know, if you're old enough, you remember. You know how when they didn't change the bulbs, basically you didn't get a tan. It's the same thing with these things, and you cannot tell if the product is cured properly by just looking at it. Just like you can't tell if there's bacteria on it, on this thing, you can't tell if the product is cured correctly or not. You would have to look under a microscope to establish that, and the products will never cure 100%. Because that's just how it works. But they have to be cured up to, I don't know, it's like 80 something percent for them to. Let me just move myself here. Ugh.
By the way, everybody, I am seeing all the wonderful comments that are being dropped. It's just that, you know, there's some valuable information that Anne is talking about that I don't want to interrupt. That's why I haven't really been addressing a lot of the things going on in the comments. Since I do have a split second, Little Clay,
Yes.
That's really cool about your last name, and I'm glad you get a kick out of the knuckles. You know, we have, would you say like a shellac conversion course is essential? More of a question. We have Janelle, pardon me?
Was that a question? If we have shellac conversion, or they have shellac conversion?
It was more of a question, because it was, would you say like shellac conversion course is essential?
Yeah.
So
honestly, all education, especially CND, has a very good education.
Yeah.
And so that's a very good idea. I would definitely recommend it, because you know, when you are used to another line of gel polish, shellac goes on differently.
Yeah.
So,
oh, Andre just dropped in just saying, you know, nice to hear kids. You know, it's nice to hear kids running around doing what they are doing outside. I think that's awesome. Perhaps not while we're doing a YouTube live, however,
you know,
it's all
life,
good nonetheless.
And, yeah,
it's all
people
good.
will hopefully forgive us for that.
So, and your buffer blocks look like cheese, and it's making me hungry.
That's true.
Legit. Yep,
Yeah.
I totally agree. Janelle was just saying that, you know, I never knew that type of a nail file was a cuticle pusher. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, well, that's the thing. Hold
Yeah.
on, because I just read it. Let me just show you. So I just got it. We went to, it's called Mercadona. It's a, like a grocery store, like, I don't know what you would compare it to.
Grocery store.
Yeah, like they have their cosmetics and
section.
all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
So here I looked, and it says that this side you can push the cuticle, and this one is for filing. So let's see if there is two sides. No, it's the same. You know, for like a home use, this is good.
Yeah.
Nice and
I
sharp.
think so.
And then you can just buff it a little bit with the buffer. And you know what? So if you don't have electric file, you can actually take the file this way. And I mean, this is all very, very gentle. Okay, so if you have dry skin here, just kind of go like this, very, very gently.
Very gently.
Yeah, so that's why I like these very thin files, because you can get in there, okay? But just don't go like all the way in and like file this.
Yeah.
I'm not putting pressure. So again, here.
Oh, Little Clay just had mentioned, I noticed that the CND shellac polishes have a tacky consistency.
Like a sticky consistency. They all do. Gel polishes, all of them, they cure with a sticky layer. That's normal. So the second coat will stick to it, and also actually it's not because of that. What happens is the oxygen in the air stops the gel from curing completely. So that top layer is uncured gel. So what's very important is that you sometimes what they recommend is actually using a pad that has a plastic backing, and I used to have, I don't know if I brought them with me somewhere.
I know which ones you're talking
Yeah.
about. Yeah.
So just make sure that when you're wiping it, just wipe it twice and make sure that you clean this hand again with alcohol, 99% or 95 if you get it. Because that sticky layer, and make sure that the bottles are not sticky, because then you will touch it here and then guess what? It's the uncured gel, right? That's a problem. So
Yeah. And you
So-
don't want to be messing around with that stuff.
No, you don't,
You
because-
really don't. That kind of goes. This ties right into exactly what you're talking about. You know, as far as allergies
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Like messing around with that tacky layer. Now,
that uncured layer, yeah.
now, I remember at one point using the word dispersion layer.
Yeah, it's not incorrect. It's inhibition layer. So
Inhibition
dispersion,
layer.
the gel is not this. It doesn't disperse.
Mm.
The oxygen inhibits the cure of the gel.
Right.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what did you call it? Inhibition
Dispersion
layer.
was.
Sorry, inhibition, dispersion. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's okay. So, anyways, yeah, you don't want to be messing around with that.
Yeah.
Like that is such a big no-no.
Yeah, you make sure that. But you know, you can. I mean, you can work with these products safely for sure.
Correct.
I mean, I've been working in this industry for like over 20 years, something like that.
Over 20. Over
Yeah,
20.
and I've never had a client that was allergic to it. So,
No.
you know, that's a good sign. And I mean, I had one client who came in from another salon that was, you know, showed some redness around the nails, and she told me that it would happen like a couple days into her manicure. Hold on a second, I just to do a reverse.
You know what?
here.
That buffing block looks like cheese.
It's more orange, but yeah, in the video it looks.
Oh, it looks like
okay.
cheese, all right. And
It's like a 2 layers of
I kind
cheese
of want
with-
some cheese.
Oh my god. So this I'm doing very, very gently, just making sure. Okay, so a esthetician that I was talking to, you know, she's also not a fan of cutting the skin around the nails because she says, you know, then it peels. So, which is 100% true. So if you have that skin that kind of, you know, is asking to be cut it. Don't listen to it. It's not dead skin, it's alive skin that's just calloused.
Dinner party.
So just push it back on a regular basis and
Yeah.
use creams, and that skin will become elastic and it will kind of recede nicely.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and don't mind the sound of scooters. That happens
Yeah.
every now and again.
Can you guys hear it?
People love their scooters here,
Mm-hmm.
which is not a bad thing.
No, scooters are a good idea.
Yeah. Definitely don't see them as much in like the GTA, not to the same degree that you do here.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is done.
Right on.
Now I'm going to show you what to do with the buffer. So this one is quite sturdy. I got it on Amazon or something. They're okay. They're not the best. And they're quite, like, though it looks that it's very fine, it's not that fine. So what I do is I
It's fine, it's fine.
smooth it with, and this is much coarser side. So what I do is, you know, okay, so Shellac says do not remove the shine. And, you know, try it. But I find just removal of shine, just like this, it makes a difference, okay? Because some clients with shiny nails, they do experience peeling. And then what happens is they get a chip and then they peel the whole thing. And then it takes months to grow out, because once the nail is damaged, it cannot repair itself. I know, you know, a lot of companies will say that they have products repairing nails. There is nothing that can repair the nail. Once it's damaged, it's just like a hair. Like, you can make it look better, you can condition it, you can kind of, you know, make it look better. But did I say that already?
Yes, you did.
Yeah, okay. But you can't like fix it properly. So
Correct.
you don't wanna damage that nail. So you see how gently I'm not going like with pressure at all. You can also kind of go like this,
Mm-hmm.
because this way you have a less of a swing. So then when you take it off, I very often don't buff the nail anymore, or if I do, it's just to get off that little bit of base coat that's left on the nail.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and while you're taking a moment there, we have a very nice message from Taylor Biz. Hello from Indiana. My name is Taylor. You are my favorite YouTube channel.
Oh my God,
Or
thank
channel
you.
on YouTube, rather. Thank you for all the effort and wonderful quality videos. Well, you're welcome.
Thank you so much.
And thank you.
That's so awesome to hear.
Yeah.
We're trying our best, you know? We really do.
Oh, yeah. We put in the effort.
We love what we do, and it's so nice to see that people are...
Especially the YouTube Live. Like, these are like one of my most favorite things to do.
Because we can talk to you guys.
Yeah.
And you can ask questions, right? So if you have a question about a certain step, then we can easily answer that question, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's really hot in here. It's like 30 degrees inside. And normally, because the sun kind of sets on this side.
What's made today a little...
It's humid.
Worse than normal, yeah, is the humidity. It's been exceptionally humid.
We kind of, we got deconditioned, like, when it comes to heat. I thought I was okay with heat, but...
Please remind us of your favorite purple color. Purple-derp. Yeah.
We have to get it made.
CND, if you're listening, I need a purple, signature purple, for me, purple-derp. Let's make that happen. Let's make that happen.
Okay. Is IBX seal
peeling nails? Ooh.
Does it? No. I know. I hate to say it. It doesn't. So and in my experience, it doesn't. So initially, when you do the IBX, the nails look amazing. But the next week, when the client comes back for the next treatment, it looks like kind of like day one. But so I don't think nothing is going to like permanently bond the layers together. But I think if you use IBX on a regular basis, it can protect the nails so you won't get the peeling. I think that's how it works, to be honest with you. But I really, the damage still has to grow out.
Yeah.
So I don't know, when it comes to salon, sometimes it's worth it, but it's not like a miracle product either. Okay, so I'm going to use the 99% alcohol. And now, okay, so this is what I'm going to tell you. Now I'm going to do one hand at a time, because otherwise, if you try to do this on both hands and the polish is sticky, it's going to be messy. So it's better to do one hand at a time. So make sure that you really, you know what, I'm going to bring different whips. Okay, just give me a second. Sorry. Because these ones are fluffy and I'm going to get fluffies. 1 second. Sorry.
But fluffies are fun. So, I hope you guys like my my middle finger. Yep. So I had a little accident with a box. The box decided to bite me, and well, we all see how that kind of turned out. However, my nails, minus the Band-Aid, look quite nice as far as I'm concerned. Ooh, and we have a question. As I said, the box bit me. I was actually picking up from the bottom is a box full of nail polishes, and I caught
nail polishes because we were like what were we doing? Repacking our packed stuff.
Yeah, so I was moving the box, and when I slid my hand underneath, I caught part of the cardboard, and it was pretty much like a paper cut, which was absolutely fantastic.
Okay, let me just tell you guys something. Okay, so these ones are like kind of scrubbies. They don't really have a lot of fluff.
Scrubbies.
So what you want to do is you really want to kind of get into the grooves really with your nails, and then also the free edge. You see what I'm doing? And once you do it, make sure that you don't touch that nail. So you just do it once. It's just that I've been talking, so I'm kind of doing it twice. But once you clean your nails, like, do not touch them.
Oh yeah, the boxes here are like a completely different breed of like North American boxes. They're a lot more aggressive. You gotta watch the handling of these boxes. They're crazy. They'll get you. Ooh, we have a wonderful question. Are there any discontinued Shellac Luxe colors you wish were in the main line?
Deluxe ones?
The Luxe, not Deluxe, but Luxe. Correct.
Are there any? I think they made them. So okay, Aurora. I can never Aurora was very good.
Aurora.
So, and they made it in a regular shellac.
Right.
And the rest, I think they kind of made it. That was the exclusive collection. Okay, so let me just tell you about the base coat. So I recommend shaking the bottles in a shaker. And it's the Eisen shaker from OPI. So you know what? I'm going to do something here. I'm gonna try to. Yes. Gonna try. I don't know. Somehow it's just I'm used to actually painting my nails on my knees, so this is better. So base coat. Okay. So take a look. So make sure that you clean off the neck or whatever that is. Pretty much on both sides. And put small amount. And with that one, you almost kind of have to put some pressure onto it and really see from different angles. Make sure you don't flood the skin. So this is very important. And when you do, of course I don't have the tool because, you know, if you do, just wipe it before you flash cure it. So now I'm going to flash cure it on a setting number 1, just for like 1, 2, this is the important part, 3. And now I'm gonna do the second nail because
there is an excellent question. I really want to answer this one. Most irritating thing a client does, being on their cell phone.
Yeah.
Being on the cell phone, not paying attention to where they're putting their hands, like when it comes to going inside the actual lamp, smacking their fingers, you know, like really put the phone down. Yeah. You don't need it. Ugh. Super annoying. However,
okay, and I know this is taking longer, but you know what? This is how I do it because otherwise, sometimes what happens is when you are slower, the base coat starts shrinking. It doesn't really happen with shellac, but sometimes it can. So it kind of starts pulling towards the middle of the nail. And what happens is then when you put color, it follows the base coat. So if your base coat is applied perfectly, the color will apply much better. So make sure you don't flood the skin or the sides, and tiny amount. I love the new brushes, by the way. And make sure that the bottle is away from the brush away from the lamp. So now I'm going to pull the skin back, grab the edge a little bit, and make sure there's no fluffies, because you know what, the fluffies are the worst.
You want the fluffies in your life.
Okay, and you see where this is where the light is, and this is where my bottle is. Is this helpful, guys? Like, let me know. You know, like all that explanation, because I don't think I've ever shown how I do this.
So, to wrap up the follow-up to that question was, you know, for me, it's when they touch the nail plate after I just wiped with the cleanser. Yes.
Or they like scratch their hair or something like that.
Oh yeah, that's always fun.
Or like makeup, and they're like, oh no, I haven't touched anything. And they have like makeup all over the bottom of their nails.
And then we have another question of, do you need to build an apex starting with base? Question mark.
Very good question. No. So shellac has to be applied in very thin coats. Like I know certain other gel brands, so they use the base to build the nail, but then it becomes an overlay with the color on top, right? It's not a gel polish anymore. If you build the nail, that's an overlay. So the border between the gel polish somehow became an overlay. So if you want to you know, do an overlay, then do an overlay, and you can do that with a soakable gel. But doing the base thick is not really doing a base, because gel polish is like a gel that looks like a nail polish. You never build anything with gel polish, with the nail polish, right? So I'm going to move the lamp away a little bit because I'm going to paint. So you see, I'm trying to make sure that the nails are not touching.
And then we have Jennifer, who just jumped in. She's like, I don't care how long it takes. I'd rather see your real process. I'm going to assume what she means is what you're doing right now being your real process.
Yeah. And you know what? Another thing that I kind of want to tell you guys. So from the very beginning, I started making these videos in a real time, right? Because you have to kind of learn what speed to and how to polish the nails. Because if you see it constantly and it's sped up,
like
then
overly
you're gonna,
edited
yeah,
videos,
then you're going
it's-
to, like, it's not very helpful, right?
Yeah.
So
it's
now
an
I'm going to,
unrealistic expectation that, you know, like this is how you do nails and this is the speed that you're supposed to do them. It's like when you're watching, again, you know, and I've used this reference quite a few times, HGTV, and you watch them do these house renos, and within half an hour they went from drab to fab, and it's like, you know, that's great and all, but that is not realistic. And a lot of times even their times aren't super realistic because they have teams that come in to do a lot of this work, not just one or two inexperienced people to do these renovations. So you need to...
It's misleading. Don't believe everything.
It's very, very misleading. So, you know, pay attention to that. And that's why I love what we do, because this is the real stuff. This is, you know...
So, okay, I wanted to show you.
Anyways, yeah, show.
Hand positioning is like one of the most important things. So very often people think that these are like heat lamps or something, and you can just put your hand in there. But the bulbs are on top, okay? So if your hand is bent like this, guess what? The light is hitting here, but it's not hitting over there. Do I see a fluffy? So...
It's not one of our videos unless there's a fluffy.
Yeah, seriously.
So... Fluffy 1, us 0.
So you want to make sure that your fingers are flat. They're not all the way in the shadows here. Like they're not hitting the back of the lamp. They're flat and they're positioned like this. This is for the thumb. This is not necessarily for the pinky, but so this is for the thumb on the other hand, right? When you're doing this. Yeah. That's how it has to be. Don't do it like this because you're not curing the ends. And that's why sometimes you might get peeling with shellac, is because the ends are not even cured properly. So again, I'm going to hold it like this. Not like this, not like this, not like this. Flat. Super important. Okay.
So, speeding up, we got videos that are sped up, make the work look quite aggressive. Kind of aggressive like the Spanish boxes. Yeah, exactly. So, what colors do you want to see in the next Shellac Vinylux release? I want to see purple dirt. That's what I want to see. A really nice
I know I'm
dirt.
super boring.
Oh,
but God. I want the light pink.
And a nudie.
No, I don't really have enough nudes. But I want the light pink that's a cool pink.
Ugh.
I want, you know how the... Oh my God, what's the name? What's the name with the blue flash? The light color. Lingerie. It's not lingerie. It's like... What is it? Lingerie. Guys, help me. It's the light pink that has the blue flash.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, that one, but without the flash, like that kind of a light pink. Okay, so I'm holding this in the... Okay, I'm gonna show you this.
Ooh.
Bow? No, not bow, the other one. Bow is warmer.
Oh.
Did you shake this bottle, the color?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So now with this one, you want to make sure that, look how much I have on the brush, okay? So...
Field Fox.
No.
No. Okay, guys, keep guessing. This is kind of fun. Yeah. In the meantime, we have, Jennifer has just talked about, there's a rapper who is releasing a nail paint, in quotations. His specific branding is paint rather than polish, because he says polish sounds feminine. So, you know, for men, I don't know men needed their own paint. What is our opinion? I don't see the necessity for it. However, you know what? If that's
polish feminine?
No. It's the fact that you have this rapper who has, you know, created his own brand of nail polish and has chosen to use the word paint versus polish because it sounds less feminine. I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is. If that's your gimmick, hey.
It's better that than selling some, you know, BS vitamins. I'm sorry. I mean, meaning...
What?
BS the fact that the polish have some vitamins or something. Okay, I'm gonna need this, see, because I'm kind of messing up here.
So if you want inclusivity, why go so hard on manly things? You know what? Here's the thing. Like, I have been doing my nails now for the better part of 20 years.
So hold on a second. I'm just flash curing. Flash curing means like I'm gonna wait 1, 2, 3. And now it's not moving anymore, okay? So this is what I'm doing here.
And with that, I have seen a lot of interesting fads, especially within the heavy metal community, where there have been people who have, you know, geared polish towards men in some sort of capacity or another. I don't necessarily find it gimmicky. It's just, it can be a bit of a tough sell, you know. And you know what? I can understand where he's coming from. You know, wanting to gear something towards men. I don't know if, you know, the necessity of hard hats and really kind of going that I guess the, you know, that pendulum swing all the way to the other side. But hey, you know what? It's all good. If it's good, it's good, and that's all that really matters in the end. Like, you know,
so see
as
how
far
I'm
as the product is concerned. But you know, hey, whatever.
So I'm turning the nail around to see that the product, like the first coat, do as thin as possible. So because I'm working with a camera, I can't really put my head on the other negligee. Yes.
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 All right.
Yes.
Ding ding. There you go.
Winner. Yes, it's negligee, that kind of color pink, without the flash, because the blue flash is meh, a little bit pinkier.
And that was Nancy, by the way, who had
Nancy, you're
had
the
caught
winner.
that one.
Okay. See, there is no shrinking. There is nothing wrong with this.
But thank you to everybody else who had jumped in there and, you know, had, you know, dropped their comments. There was actually quite a few, so, which is awesome. And
I also like this angle, like with the lamp, but I prefer to do it personally on my lap. But it's hard to put a camera so people can see.
Yeah, it kind of gets a little weird.
Yeah. But so I can't see this side properly with the camera because it's like the camera's in my way. So make sure that the strokes are nice and even from the top to the end. So don't kind of go like this, okay? Because you see, this is going to give you wavies. So just make sure it's like this. Flush cure it. I would rather pay someone to do this.
Yep.
Yes, just a few seconds, and then we're gonna give it a full cure. Okay, I think I'm too.
Yeah, it's kind of like doing your own hair, right? It's just.
Yeah.
It's sometimes it's just nicer to pay someone to do it.
I know, but
you know.
Yeah.
But then, who has $300 to get their hair done all the time? Actually, allow me to rephrase. Who wants to spend $300 on their hair all the time?
Well, some people do.
There are some people indeed, but
not everybody can afford it.
Holy guacamole, that is a lot of money on the annual when you think about it. But hey,
can you guys see what I'm doing? Yeah. So just make sure that you kind of like make a contact all the way to the end, okay? Because very often what I see is people kind of do this, okay? Do you see the difference? So make sure that you go with the curve of the nail and kind of go all the way. Okay, so and see this side, can you see this? Is very often missed. So you want to make sure that it's covered, like just like this. All right, make sure it's thin. Okay, now I'm going to do something very important here. Flash cure again. Make sure that you try to close it as often as you can. So now I'm curing it on the base coat setting. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to touch up the free edge. And I know CND does it differently. They do first, they touch up the free edge and then they paint the whole coat without flash curing. But this way, I find that this is way more effective. Now just grab almost nothing. This is very, very, I know this is a little bit difficult to do, but pull back the skin with the corner of your brush. You can see. Don't put a lot. Just do tiniest amount. So pull it back, especially with the...
I have to agree, Taylor, it is a very, very nice red. Very, very nice. Why did CND discontinue the Brisa light?
I don't know.
That's an excellent question.
I think people didn't have such amazing results maybe with it. So they now have the Plexi Gel. Okay. So I guess that's...
Yeah.
They've perfected it maybe?
Natural nail manicure, short nails are underrated. I agree with that statement.
So now what I'm going to do now is see, okay, so now this is already set in place. This is not moving. And now I'm adding the free edge and now this is not moving anywhere. You see it's like sitting on the free edge there. So now I'm going to give it a full cure on the 2S, which means the step 2 shellac. So I'm going to position my hand without hitting, hopefully. and now it's a minute cure.
And we have
I'm
some
gonna close the
hellos
bottle.
from Denmark.
Oh, hello, hello, Denmark. How are you guys? Okay, so now I'm going to cure it properly and making sure that the fingers are nice and straight, that they're not touching the back of the lamp. So this is a kind of a long process because you have to do one hand first and then the other one, but I find that you mess up much less when you do it this way.
Well, the whole idea is, you know what, it's not about speed, it's, you know, take your time, do it right.
Yeah.
You know?
Because otherwise you're gonna mess it up and then it's really difficult because then you have to soak it off if it's really bad. Right? So it's better to do it this way.
What's the difference between top coat and Express 5 top coat?
Oh, okay, very good, very good. It's someone has read my mind. Because I actually was thinking that instead of this, I should use Express 5. If you can, we don't have it anywhere.
There'd be some hunting
somewhere
involved.
But okay, so the top coat, original top coat, is good for all colors. I find the Express 5, I use it on a lot of clients and it's excellent. But if someone wants lighter colors, it goes a little bit dirty. So because it's so porous that it's very easy to soak it off, it almost absorbs a lot of the kind of a, you know, dirt from, or stains.
It stains easy.
Yeah, it stains very easy.
Yeah.
And it starts looking little, yeah, so I found like even with some of the nudes, okay, I'm gonna take this.
Yeah, they start getting a little funky, like they kind of develop like a dirtier kind of color. Actually, it's funny because that got brought up last night. I do recall. Do you prefer shellac gel or polish?
Oh, they are both good, but you know, there's no perfect product. That's the thing. Like, personally, I like polish.
Well, when you say both, do you mean all three?
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah, like shellac and then maybe hard gel.
I'm not a huge fan of hard gel anymore. I used to do hard gel, but I really
Oh, that was your jam.
Yeah, but since the gel polishes came on the market, I really love how thin the nails are with these products. Okay, so now you don't have to, you know what, I'm going to flash cure it again.
And then
after 2 nails.
Yeah, then we have acrylic nail trend. Hello from Indianapolis, Indiana. Promise there's more than corn in Indiana. Well, I'd like to hope there's a little bit more than corn in Indiana. But I do like corn. Have you used shellac since the beginning?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we kind of we went to that Orlando show where shellac was. You see how I'm pulling the skin back?
I remember that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm buying. So the lineup was crazy. I think they sold out right away. I bought the lamp and then the product. All 6 of the colors. I think it was 6 or 8. No. It was 12.
Oh boy.
I still remember the colors, probably. Okay, who's gonna guess the colors, the original ones? There was a romantique negligee. There was Red Baroness, Wildfire, Fedora, the puff. What was it? The puff pastry.
Actually, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah, the white. Oh my god, it's the white.
I don't recall.
Anyway, so the white one and what else?
It's impressive that you remember.
Oh, Tropics.
Tropics, yes.
And Hot Pop Pink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so moving along.
So you see how thin I'm applying this?
Very thin.
Yeah, very thin.
Very thin.
And again, I'm going to flash cure it. I'm going to see if this is all covered. It's all covered.
What did you use regularly in the salon before shellac? We used hard
accents.
gel.
Yeah,
we used accents. They have a great product. You know, as far as like a hard gel is concerned, phenomenal hard gel. You know, they were one of the first to get into the color gels as well. Like the soak-offs, they did a fantastic job. Love the, you know, cool stuff. Cool beans. Beautiful colors, so nice for a change. It looks amazing on your nails. Anna, I totally agree. I'm shocked to see the red on you, Anna. It's so beautiful. Again,
I might actually, you know what, I was thinking I might wear it for a day or two, because tomorrow I wanted to try, I promised I'm going to do live with, I'm going to show you what I do tomorrow.
We're doing another live tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, you guys
I'm
heard
going
it
to do
first.
2 lives tomorrow.
Two lives, guys.
Okay, so now I'm going to cure it fully. Okay, so now this is done.
Hello
so
from
again,
Lithuania.
Hello, hello. So tomorrow I'm gonna do this, okay? So I'm gonna compare. I got this at Mercadona as well. And this is like a base, vitamin base. There was no vitamins in there, but whatever.
Because that's really gonna make a difference in life.
So, but I'm going to compare it. They have amazing brushes with these two because they look very similar, okay? So this is like $60. This is like $10. And this was like €2.95, and this was like 20 euros here. But I bought it in Canada. So I'm going to do a live. On one hand I'm going to do this, and on the other hand I'm going to do this.
The whitest cream puff, by the way.
The cream puff, yes. And then hold on a second. So first I'm going to, but that's going to be a private live for my Patreon subscribers, for people that are supporting us through Patreon. I'm going to do my sister's nails. So I'm going to remove the hard gel, and I'm going to use Plexi gel on her. So that's going to happen at 3 p.m. I believe. 3
So if
p.m.
you're not part of our Patreon,
then
go over
please
there,
sign up.
check that out.
It's $5 to $10 a month. So yes, it costs money, but you know, stuff is expensive here as well. So
you get
so
the
we have
real
to live.
inside scoop on the Patreon.
So yeah, so it's going to be on Patreon, and then for everybody I'm going to do this product. So now the top coat, again, make sure that you shake it, all the product.
Shake.
Grab a little bit more of it, and on this color I would use the Express. So as you noticed probably, I didn't cap the free edge on the color. Oh, sorry, on the second coat of color. So this is a little bit too thick.
Has the shellac formula changed since its launch?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so. How long should you cure CND in a non-CND LED lamp? The answer is that depends, and you really shouldn't be.
No, don't, because you know what, the bulbs they have different wavelengths. So CND doesn't say exactly what the wavelength is, but I think it is the 360 nanometers, and I think the other lamps are like 4 or 5, although now they have the different bulbs too. But you know what, just don't, because you're
again, that answer is it depends, and we suggest that you don't.
Yeah, and it's not, trust me, it's not the companies trying to sell you lamps, because you don't, as a company, you don't make any money on the lamps.
No.
The lamps are a pain in the butt to sell.
Yep.
You make money on a product, and on a product that works well. So often companies actually lose, like the proper companies, they lose money on the lamps. But it's better to buy the lamps.
And that's very true. It's like when you go into an electronics store, you don't make money on the televisions, you make money on the batteries. It's the same thing. You make money on the gels, you don't make money on the lamps. It's just how it goes. Because it's a harder sell. Like, no one wants to spend $400 on a lamp.
So if the company truly could, if the product truly could properly cure in a lamp, that would be a good sell.
Sure.
So I guess some of the companies do that. They're like, oh, just use any lamp. But you know, when you speak to chemists, it will cure. It's almost like, okay, hold on a second, let me just finish this.
Sure.
Okay, it's almost like, you know, okay, is this clean? I guess. But if you take it under the microscope, you're gonna see a lot of cooties on it, right?
Cooties.
So there's level of clean. Okay, so it's clean, so there is no like soil on it. But is it sterilized? No. So there is levels of clean and there is levels of cure. So yes, the gel will cure in any lamp, but will it cure correctly? Who knows, right? So are you gonna risk it? And you know, if you're doing your own nails, then I guess whatever, right? If you're gonna get allergic reaction, then sadly it's your own fault. But when you are working on clients, there's different level of responsibility. But again, this video is about you know, doing your own nails. But would I buy a CND lamp if I just did my own nails? Yes, I would. I would. Flush cure again.
All right, so moving on, we got bit off topic, but do you know why the skin under the fingernails can grow longer than the nails? I couldn't cut my nails too short.
Yeah, the hyperonychium. Sometimes it's just because when the nails are protected, it just happens, especially when you're wearing polish or enhancements all the time. But just gently shortening the nails usually will kind of shorten the skin. It's just, yeah, make sure that you don't do this, like you don't shove any tools or you don't cut the skin.
Yeah.
It could be allergy related as well, but I'm not sure.
So do you use Plexigel?
I don't, but
Okay.
we're going to use it. So I used it once and I didn't have super good results. But the person that I used it on was very hard on her nails and she picked it off. So I'm going to try it on my sister because apparently it's good. Apparently people are having good results with it. But you know, I have a very, I don't know, I'm kind of weird. Like, to me, okay, so now hold on a second. I'm going to cure in the number 3, okay? So the CND, it's number 3. So now full cure, top coat, okay. I don't
What is the shelf life of shellac once opened?
I think like 12, it should say somewhere. But the thing is, there's nothing bad that can happen. Like there was no water, there was no, it's just plastic and solvents. So if you just open it to kind of, you know, see the color or something, and then you keep it closed for a long time, it's gonna last for a long time. But anyway, let's go back to the strength of the product. I don't believe that when people are hard on their nails that they require a stronger product, because what happens is then you just even get more damage because something has to give. Okay, so if you have something bonded to your natural nail and you're being hard on the nail, something is going to give. You don't want the product to come off the nail, so the nail is going to come off from itself. So either the nail layers are going to detach from itself, or the actual, you can pull the actual nail off your nail bed, right? So, you know, like in my opinion, if you have if you have your nails done, it should be for beauty and not for purpose. So it's almost like when you have your lashes done, when you have veneers on your teeth, it's not to make them stronger, it's just to make them more pretty. So even for the length, if you want to extend them because your nails naturally kind of don't grow that long or they're misshapen, whatever, yeah, do a, you know, liquid and powder or gel, but don't think it's for the strength, because then it's going to damage the nail plate. So now I'm going to use, and I do it twice, alcohol, 99% alcohol to wipe the sticky layer from the nails. Okay, I need more pads. Okay. Sometimes, you know, you can see that there was a little bit of red left on the pad, and it's, so now I took the other side of the pad. And it's, if you don't cover the color with the top coat, the color is going to come off. So you have to be very careful that you cover all the borders of the color. So now you can actually, because sometimes, you know what, it happens. See, there is this kind of an area here. Very, very gently, I'm going to put the file there and just kind of smooth it, because you know what happens? If you can get your nail in there, it's gonna, I know it would bug me. It's just very, very light. I'm not going to take, you know, shorten them or anything like that, but just these little things. See? I don't know if you can see this. Because again, it's harder because when I'm doing people's nails, I can hold the finger like this. Hold on. And it's easier, right? But when you're doing your own nails, then sometimes this can happen. Let me just get some water here. And now they kind of still feel a little sticky, tiny bit. I'm really sorry. I'm gonna get some water. So normally what I would do with my clients, when I'm done the application, is to spray the nails, again with alcohol, and just wipe them, just to make sure there is absolutely nothing on the nails. So it took me an hour to do one hand. Pretty scary, right? So now, there you go. So now we're gonna do the other hand if you want to. If you don't, I won't be upset, but I'll just show you again how to kind of what kind of angle to do. So again, this is alcohol here, or Scrub Fresh, Company Red versus Liberté. I don't know the difference now, to be honest with you. We have to compare it. Once we're set up in a salon, we can definitely compare it. So now, sometimes what I do is sometimes the skin kind of like goes back a little bit, just very, very gently. Some of the nails, especially on your other hand, because it's kind of hard to. Just nudge them a little bit, again, and the other hand. Okay, I'm gonna let this dry a little bit, because you want to make sure that there is no alcohol left on the, I see something here.
Oh, Andrea's got to go, but thanks for stopping by.
Well, at least you saw me do one hand.
Yeah. So hopefully we catch you in the next live. Have yourself a wonderful day.
Thank you so much for watching, Andre. Okay, so now I'm going to just get into that little, see with the used part. And yes, it's a lot of work, it's a lot of like details, but this is what makes this last a long time, because this has to be really, really clean application. I really do think so. I had to say it. I saw the the comment about being regulated, yeah. But you know what? It's hard to regulate it. So, I don't know. People can buy anything at any time. So is regulating, I think education maybe would be a better, because I mean, yes, we're working with, you know, irritating chemicals, but this is not brain surgery either. Like, you can learn how to do this safely. I think the companies should maybe do like a online course or something before people buy, and to really, really drive that home, that you have to be really familiar with all the information and talk about the allergic reactions, talk about all that, right? So, you know, because our education, you know, sometimes when we're kind of saying, oh, you know, when people are not, you know, educated, people do courses sometimes, and the courses are awful and they don't learn anything. So they're, I just touched my nail. So they're not really any better. They're not any safer. What I've seen in the industry is pretty sad. I'm going to put this here away from the light and just flash cure this. What color is the red shellac? This is the How Merlot. So it's kind of reddish, but it's like pinkish, like a very cool red. So again, you want to make sure that there's barely anything kind of on the brush. And put pressure. And again, pull the skin back here. See? To make sure that you make contact with the edges, and then just pull it back this way. Just now, when you do this with the brush, make sure you don't smear this gel underneath the nail here. I don't know if you can see this. Put it back, flash cure a little bit. Okay, so maybe I should just do, I shouldn't do all the nails, because I think, no, I should just do the two.
I would say probably just do a couple.
Yeah, so I'll just do, just so you see the angle. Again, when you're doing this side, kind of do it this way, then do it this way. You pull on this side so you can see what you're doing. Same thing here. Same thing here. Okay, there's a fluffy here. Can you see this? Okay. This is how, you know, crazy you have to be. And wipe this again.
Oh, Suzanne just dropped in. She's like, just join so I'm getting to see you polishing the other hand.
Oh, okay, good. We did a base coat. Okay, just for Suzanne. Okay, I'm going to do another one. Oh,
okay.
This is top coat. Was it Suzanne? Is it Susie or Suzanne?
Suzanne.
Okay.
Suzanne Bailey.
Okay. No, there was another Susie. But I think Susie is watching something, so she's going to join later. But I think, okay, one of the viewers, okay, hold on a second, is looking for a white pearly nail polish. And she can't find it, and I found it. So I'm going to show you.
Well, how about that?
Yeah. So you see, okay, roll this, pull this. Yeah, I prefer to work like on top of the lamp, to be honest with you, like for my own nails. And just rub the free edge. Tiny, tiny bit. Make sure that it's not pulling. Oops. I'm going to now put my hand in there properly because this is going to be full cure. Okay, but the white polish, I'm going to show you. If the person who's interested in the white polish is this one. Let's see, it's a pearly white. So I don't know who, I think it was Susie. It was the person from Norway. I'm so bad with names. You're very welcome, Suzanne. Okay, so now I'm going to go with the colors. So again, I'm going to clean off the brush first.
We have a couple other people having to take off, so...
Okay, you know, I really appreciate a small amount, okay? That people lasted an hour.
Yeah, you know, thanks so much for stopping by and watching us do what we do. We did get a question though on top of that, which would be, would you consider reviewing Holo Taco?
Yeah, so many people have asked me. Well, it's...
I just like the idea that the name Taco is in there.
Yeah, yeah.
That's awesome.
It's from the Canadian, she's a YouTuber. Yes, but it would be very expensive to get it shipped to Spain, and Spain is very funny when it comes to shipping cosmetics on top of it. So I don't know how I'm going to kind of pull off everything, but I have a feeling that I'm going to have to pay a sick amount of money to get stuff shipped. But, you know, it is what it is. I already inquired about the RPI, but I'm still waiting for them to kind of answer me. Okay, so you see how I'm pulling this back. You know, in a way, to be honest with you, this is actually easier to paint than a regular polish, because you have time to kind of fix it. So I'm gonna flash cure it again. I'm not gonna do the middle nail because that was just for Suzanne to see the base coat. I might actually do like a polish on the other hand or something. I feel a little weird wearing gel polish. Okay, so I'm going to wrap the free edge to show you Suzanne, or whoever joined just recently. So I'm actually wiping the brush almost dry, okay? So this is just...
Are you going to visit Canada this year? You could have it shipped to a friend's place and pick it up. That's going to be a hard no. We will not be in Canada anytime soon. I would say the earliest is like a year from now, and that's...
Well, yeah, because I mean, with all this, you know, craziness going on.
Christine from Simply Nail Logical is who makes Holo Taco.
Yes, yes. Yeah.
We have Danny from the UK who has dropped in to say hi, and it's so helpful watching your paint. Watching you paint your right hand. Love your videos. Thank you. Well,
thank you
you're
so
welcome,
much.
and thank you for stopping by.
So now I'm curing fully. So now the ends and the full nail is now curing together. Because first I flash cured it. The coat of the shellac on the nail, flash cured it, added the end, added the end and then fully cure, because now both pieces are going to cure fully. Does that make sense? In my head it really does. And again, make sure that you don't put the bottle like anywhere here. Can you see it? Flash cure would be like 3 seconds, like 1, 2, 3. Because it takes that long for the gel to stop moving. So now you see there is absolutely no pulling back. So So now, again, I'm going to clean. And this is so important because you don't want to have like a whole bunch of polish dripping down this part of the brush, right? Because that's just going to make the application very, very sloppy. So now at this point, okay, with clients I don't do that. Like I paint all 5 nails.
Oh, Sarah just donated $10.
Oh my God, thank you so much.
Thank you for all the valuable education. It's more helpful than you know. Thank you very much, Sarah. We greatly appreciate that.
She left us a very nice comment yesterday too. I think it was yesterday.
Honestly, thank you so much.
I read it to Mr. Solon Live here. It made my day, honestly. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll definitely buy more products with that money because this is exactly what we're doing.
That's exactly what we do. Like we sink that money back into
the channel.
Into the channel, right? Like it's so important. And thank you. Like that's awesome.
Yeah, that will allow us to buy more.
Of course, what's not so awesome is that my phone is being very funky.
So now I'm gonna cure this full cure again, the second coat. So normally with my nails I do like the second coat on my nails, 2 nails, 2 nails, and then the thumb separately.
If Anna had her own polish range, it would have the best sheer pinks.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
It would, without
crazy.
a doubt.
And the sheer white too, sheer pink for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Sarah was saying, yeah, like it's been crazy.
Yeah. Did you catch the question about the how many seconds is a flash cure versus full cure? Okay.
Yeah. So a few seconds. Like I would say, I count 1, 2, 3. Yeah. It's much quicker when you're doing this on the client, but on yourself, it's a bit of a process. But
yeah, you know what? Yeah, Sarah, thank you so much. Like, I mean, it's during the shutdowns that we had incurred, it really took its toll. I mean, it did on a lot of people. I feel very fortunate that we were able to continue
at least the channel.
The channel and it.
Okay, so hold on a second.
Oh,
I'm trying to show you. I have more on my brush, too much for my pinky, so I'm going to start with this one. So this is a top coat, and with top coat, it's very important to wrap all the edges. What?
Oh, Sarah was saying, she's like, well, it's only a third of a new Dior.
Oh God.
Yeah. Oh.
But you know what? It all adds up, and like that help is.
It all adds up, man. It all adds up. It's every little bit counts, and we are very, very appreciative of every penny that comes to the door. We are very fortunate that we actually make a little something off this. Now, I'm not saying that we turn profit.
No, but
the
people are actually contributing.
Yeah, and that shows what type of amazing community that we have, and we are so appreciative of that, and thank you.
Thank you.
Very, very much. I'm glad you moved. You know what? We're glad too, and it's
a little scary. Quite scary.
It's been something, to kind of.
I know, like for a while, like now it's a little bit. Maybe we're a little used to, but at first we're like, "What WTF? Like what the hell did I just do?"
Yeah, and you know what? I gotta say this. Without you guys, we would not be where we are, and that YouTube has allowed us, and all of you, actually, our viewers have allowed us to be where we are and to continue to do what we do across the world.
And you know what, truly, like this is funny because I love trying new products, and I know it sounds cheesy, like helping people, but I really do. And I think honestly we're put on this planet, and I'm sorry, I know it sounds super cheesy, but to help each other, right? So when you can see that you're doing something positive, that you're helping someone, even just such a small thing as just doing nails, but I know it helps people with their jobs. It just helps people to relax sometimes. It's amazing to kind of have a job that kind of allows us to do that, right?
I enjoy that. I enjoy that, the content that we create help people on so many different levels, from just helping people wind down after maybe a bad day. They find therapy in what we do. I actually watch...
I watch my own videos. I seriously do. You too, no?
No, actually, what I watch is... some of the lawn cutting channels for therapy. And you know what? I did that stuff years ago, and so I connect with it in a weird way, and it's something that I kind of watch as, you know, every now and again. It's kind of like a downtime thing, and it's got its own kind of weird therapy to it, you know.
Kiss from Italy, kiss from Spain. Hello. Thank you so much for the hearts. Okay, I want to show you something, guys.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm sorry to change the topic, but this is really interesting. In case something happens when you have a fluffy in a base coat, look what happens when you try to take it off. It kind of comes off. So now actually, it, of course, make me a liar, because this is interesting now. Okay, because when you like over cure it, because I already cured these ones so many times, this actually didn't come off. But normally when you just cure the base coat, like the whole thing comes off when you try to wipe it. But you know what? This is interesting. This actually stayed. All of it. Because you see the shine is everywhere. There was no patches anywhere. So, we might be onto something.
Interesting. We're on something,
yeah.
maybe.
So let's say if you have a fluffy in a base coat, trust me, the color is not going to cover it. So sometimes you have to remove the sticky layer to kind of give it a tiny little buff to get rid of this. But then double cure, like basically cure this for a minute. And you know what I would do probably at this point? Put another base coat just to make sure, because sometimes like I can see, because I have my eyes like, because I have good glasses. No, but I can see that I didn't file through, but it's very, because it's such a thin coat, it's easy to file through this. So if you don't want to soak it off, because that takes a long time, right? Like if you're working on the client or even yourself. Look at this.
Oh,
we're onto something. Then you can just use another coat of base coat here.
Yeah. So Sarah, if you legitimately go check out any lawn cutting videos, go check out Lawn Care Juggernaut.
Okay, I think someone else donated money. No? So we have like $12.
No. What?
And I think so.
No.
It's $12.19.
I see $10.
Oh. Well, maybe it's Canadian. Else. I don't know. I'm sorry.
I'm not sure.
Okay. Sorry. I'm really sorry.
Anyway, so with Lawn Care Juggernaut, I don't mean to hijack the conversation. Very much the same kind of ideologies that what we have. Like, he's all about helping people. And what's amazing is that he'll go around and he will cut people's lawns for free. So go check him out. Super awesome stuff. Moving on, mind you.
Okay, so I'm going to just show you this oil that I just got, because it's kind of, so this is like €3, $2.95, and it's sweet almond oil based. Smells like lemon. Look at this. I know I should do CND oil, but I wanted to show you this oil.
We have a first-time joiner, and by looks it says Le Cahier. I'm not sure if I pronounced that correct, which I think pronounces to a book. Anyways, first time joining, you both sound like wonderful, humble people. Well, thank you very much for that. Thank you for joining and stopping by. We greatly appreciate that.
Okay, so we're done. Kind of. We kind of. This is our longest.
Oh, why the double cure on the base coat?
Oh. Because I was curing. I didn't do it on purpose, because I did the base coat on 3 nails, and I didn't put polish on this nail because I didn't want to bother. I just did polish on this. So I fully cured it like so many times, right? So I cured the first coat, so this went on for a minute, second coat another minute, and then the top coat another minute. So it actually got cured for 3 minutes. So I guess it's interesting.
I'm like kind of like answer is interesting. It's
I know.
Like,
yeah,
that is
I don't
very
know.
Interesting.
I mean, we just, I don't know. So when it's like, when it's
I hope
cured
that answers
for like
your question, Sarah.
No, yeah. So that's what happened.
Oh
no, I'm surprised because I wanted to show people how, like, if you just remove it with alcohol, normally it would just come off, but it actually looks cured. Can you see this?
Yeah.
It's like it actually cured.
Yeah. Actually, we did get a question. Let me just back up a little bit. What would you say is excessive when changing polish? Should it be kept to no more than once a week?
Yeah.
I want to change my color every day, especially when testing new products.
Yeah.
Once a week.
They say, but you know, like, okay, Dagshan says not more than once a week because the acetone is drying and all that stuff. But, and I mean, obviously he knows better. And it depends on the nails, but...
That would be probably the most optimal thing.
Yeah.
That's not to say that you can't, but...
Yeah, but I found that when I was like doing a lot of the videos on my thumb, like a lot of the colors, I removed it like 100 times and my nail was fine, it was not dry. But maybe doing it on a regular basis, and if your nails, you know, are kind of dry, then be careful with it and just use a lot of oil to kind of rehydrate. To protect the nails, right?
Lots of oil. Lots of motor oil. That'll work. Does anyone know if CND is cruelty-free? Excellent question.
I think it is. But you know what? Those labels, the cruelty-free, I'm not sure how they are. I'm not sure. It's kind of marketing thing.
Well, I don't want to get too involved in you know, opinion on cruelty-free.
Yeah. You would have to ask them, but...
Yeah, I think that would be probably the better bet is to
because none of the companies test on animals. They don't. There is no animal testing anymore. It's just that in some countries they require animal testing for the product to be sold, but the companies don't do that usually. So anyway, it's not tested on animals for sure. CND.
8 free, 10 free, 100 free is also marketing.
Yeah, exactly.
You deserve each and every one of us. Thank you for everything you do for us. Oh, well, thank you.
Show your viewers, really nice. Would you like to purchase the CND? Do you have a referral link? Yeah, I wish. No, I don't. Because they are sold by professional sources, like professional suppliers.
Yeah.
So I don't recommend, you know...
Except for, I think, Vinylux, which you can buy at, like, Shoppers.
Yeah.
You know, Shoppers.
You know, actually, okay.
Like that, right?
But for consumers...
Consumers?
I do have, like, the Beyond Polish. And they do have shellac. They do have shellac. So, and I do have a discount code with Beyond Polish, and it's in the. But as a professional, to be like, okay, as a professional, I would buy for professionals from professional sources, right? If you, yeah, that's what I would do, and I don't have a referral link to that. So
well, you said that you did have a referral link, though. What?
For the professionals, I don't have a referral link. For the retail, I do from Beyond Polish.
Okay.
But as a professional,
I just wanted to be a little.
Okay, sorry, I'm not very clear. Thank you, Olga.
Another question. Why are some shellac polishes new, much thicker than others? This makes them hard to apply.
You know, I noticed that too. I actually like them a little bit thicker. You just can put more pressure on them and just shake them really, really well. And I suggest using the shaker. Nail shaker. Yeah, and I'm gonna...
Nail polish shaker.
I'm gonna show you.
I'm not sure if you'd want a nail shaker. That'd be kind of weird.
Yeah, this is like... Can you see this one?
Check that bad boy out.
This is a shaker.
Yeah.
It's like 2.5 kilograms this weighs. So you put the polish here. Hold on a second.
Well, you know what, Suzanne, that's really nice. You know, if we did have a
here and
referral link to share, we definitely would, without a shadow of doubt. And we appreciate that you would think of us in such a capacity, right?
Oh, because it's not plugged in.
Because it's not plugged in.
Okay, can you plug it in? So just turn off my lamp and then...
I'm on it. I'm on it.
So we're going to show you how this works.
Holy good grief, that is...
Because the shaker makes a very big difference when it comes to the thicker polishes, but I don't have issues. What? What happened?
No, nothing. I'm trying to find adapters and stuff like that because, you know.
Okay. Thank you guys so much for the likes. We got 18 likes. It's really cool.
We've had actually a wonderful amount of
okay, so now you press this.
In today.
It's shaking. So it shakes for a minute and then it just turns itself off.
I love that.
So I do this with the base coat and top coat when I come to the salon first thing in the morning, and then when the client is soaking off their shellac, then I choose their color and then I shake it before each time I use it. It makes a difference.
I've seen someone use a cup of warm water to warm it up.
No. No,
Warm
don't.
their acetone before using it to remove shellac.
Oh.
Would this be safe?
Yeah, but you know, I put heating pad. So I wrap in the regular acetone, like a normal temperature, and then I put towel around the nails, and then I put heating pad on top of it.
Which actually it
makes
helps.
A big difference.
It makes a big difference. And for the amount of times, and I've had my nails done for all of you and beyond. I can honestly tell you that removal is way better when you use a heating pad.
So I use the one that you put in the microwave, the one with the either the rice or the, what did I have?
Well, even the ones that you plug in can...
You could, but the other ones are a little bit warmer, and I just...
Oh, that shaker is hella industrial. It weighs 2.3 kilograms. It's huge.
My camera, I'm not sure if you guys heard me, because the battery is low. The phone is telling me to stop.
Uh-oh.
You know what, should I show you how to remove it? Or maybe that's for the next video. Very quickly.
Well, if the camera dies...
Okay, just very quickly how to wrap it, okay?
Hurry.
Should I? Okay,
hurry,
hold on a
quick,
second.
quick.
I'm gonna get a foil.
Quick, like a rabbit. And in the meantime, you guys can all look at my hand. Look how nice my nails are. Very nice. Have you decided on a space in Spain as your studio? You know what? We are hopefully finalizing things tomorrow with one place. There have been quite a few that we've had a chance to either check out or be in contact with. So, again, fingers crossed, tomorrow we will find out. We will let you all know how that goes. Yeah, seriously, this thing is crazy, crazy, crazy. Let me tell you what, 2.3 kilograms, and it's like a personal defense weapon, you know, as well as working as a shaker. Highly recommend getting one if you can. Absolutely love it.
Okay, I'm back.
Perfect.
Okay.
And
so you have
you might
cut
have to move the camera. I think that I may or may not have bumped it.
Okay.
I did bump it.
All right, so cut these ones, and sometimes if they're thick, you can pull them apart. Or not, whatever.
Or not, whatever. 8-minute removal to the test.
Yeah.
We can count. All right.
Oh, wow.
How long does the shaker last for you before you have to replace it? That is a great question, because I know that with one of them we had to get the starter replaced, and by the starter I mean like the little button to actually start the thing.
Okay, so hold on a second. Just make sure you saturate it properly.
Yeah.
And then you kind of have to do it this way.
But yeah, it's after even getting that replaced, it's been super good. We've been running 2 of them actually for quite some time. We haven't actually had to do like a full replacement. We bought a second one as a just in case.
Yeah, because I really don't want to shake it by hand.
Yeah, no kidding. Like, that's just terrible. Especially when you have lots to do. Will you be close to Anna's sister? Close enough.
Yeah,
We'll
like
just,
basically, yeah.
Yeah, close enough.
We'll reveal much more later.
Yes.
Kind of.
Much to be revealed, my children. Oh, yes.
Okay, I like to have them in the same shape, the things.
Are you removing all of them?
Why not? Because I have to remove them, okay, at least 3.
Oh, mother lord.
Yeah. I'm not sure if people are going to want to wait, unless you have questions.
Well, so far we're holding 30.
Oh my god.
30 people are still watching.
So we're going to, like, literally watch the paint dry or soak off.
You don't need to buff off the top coat? No.
Okay, so you see, good thing that we, yeah, no, you don't have to.
No.
But, okay, let me tell you something very honestly. When you...
Wow, that red didn't last long. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Will we be holding classes in Spain? Could be quite lucrative. Yes, we will be. And
yeah, I was thinking even like just the manicure classes or even e-file classes, because we live in a really, really beautiful little town, and
Coastal town.
yeah, like 5 minutes from the beach.
Yep.
So okay, you can kind of do it this way as well. So yeah, like you can kind of
If you guys
come
are
for a long
interested,
weekend.
let us know.
Mm-hmm.
We can maybe start designing something. So if we get enough interest in it from you guys, hey,
Okay, who's counting?
we'll make it happen.
Are we counting?
I do
Oh, I don't
believe
have.
we have.
I don't have
Oh
any
my
more.
goodness.
Okay, I have to use 2 pieces because I didn't grab
Beach
it.
life is honestly the best. You know what's great is when you decide to go for your lunch and you can walk down to the beach and just lay down on the beach and relax for 20 minutes. It's a beautiful thing. Want to know how I know? Ask.
Okay, so we're soaking it off.
Yes.
Yeah. So okay. So what?
This is an insanely long line.
I know.
Like, wow.
So when it comes to soak off, it is a little bit deceiving. How do you say it?
Deceiving.
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 So very often you will see people show you how amazingly it comes off, which it does, but not the way it comes off right after you apply it. So it's going to come off very easily right now, but after the client has worn it for 2 weeks, it doesn't come off the same way. So
Very
when
different.
it will still come off and it will still flake off, but it doesn't come off and like it doesn't curl like it does here, right? So
well, because I mean, like right now, what you guys will see is that she will remove everything, and there's going to be a great chance that as the foil is being removed, the
whole thing
product
comes
can
off.
actually come with it, and it's clean and clear, and it's a wonderful thing.
okay, who's counting? Are you guys counting? Someone? So it's 6. So okay, normally they recommend you're wrapping 10 nails and then start counting.
I do believe we had some people that were holding count.
Okay.
I wish I would have been a little more on the ball with that, but I've been reading questions and paying attention and hanging out with everybody.
Let's
So
say age 25, because let's say that people have
8:26.
Now it's 26, but you have to wrap the whole other hand too, and that's when you start. So it's a little bit. They say 8 minutes.
8:23 is when you started. Ooh, we have people keeping count. So
awesome.
yes.
Yeah.
What will you miss about Canada apart from your friends and coworkers?
You know what? And it's gonna sound funny, but competent people in banks and offices.
Yeah.
Easy to get everything done that way.
Yeah, you know what?
People are very helpful. Like if you don't have some document, there was always like, okay, I can do this to help. Like
yeah, you know what? Like there are certain things about Canada. Like there's a lot to miss about Canada. Like I do love Canada very much, born and raised.
And honestly, how accepting people are. Like, because I've been an immigrant my whole life, right?
Yeah.
Well, whatever, not whole life, but like I've moved around. And actually, Spanish people are very, very friendly and easygoing as well. Never felt out of place here.
Yeah.
Very inviting. I mean, obviously, as long as you're
but like Canada is really good.
But Canada is really good.
Yeah.
I find that people are just very open.
Yeah.
And you kind of feel like a Canadian, right? Like you feel that you have a right to say so, because when you move to a different country, you never become their citizen, kind of, right? To like in Europe,
right?
You never because you're never born there. But in Canada, I find that you.
It's different, and
yeah.
And you know what? Especially when it comes to like some of the small towns, like people are super friendly. You know, and I grew up in a small town. Very, very small town, like 4,000 people, small town kind of thing. And you know what? Everybody knows your name kind of thing, super friendly. You know what? There's a lot of really cool stuff about Canada, like without a doubt. Are you guys learning Spanglish? Yes.
Not kind of. Our nephew is teaching us some words.
Yes,
We've learned some really interesting words. I won't repeat them here because I forgot them too. But they were like boogers and stuff like that.
Yeah, so we learned boogers. I think one of my favorite ones is
oh my god,
peanuts.
Cacahuetes. Yeah.
Cacahuetes. I love it just because, well, never mind. But so we're working on that. I used a steamer for the first time last night and was literally amazed. It is
what did you use?
Game changer for me.
A what?
A steamer.
A steamer.
A steamer.
What do you mean?
Like, for your hands?
What?
What is your favorite Spanish food?
Okay, I would say chuchos because I love sweet stuff.
Yeah.
It's like a croissant, but it's like deep fried, and it has sugar outside and like a cream inside.
Is that chuchos or churros?
No, churros are like a deep fried
Those kind
that
of
we
like,
had for breakfast,
yeah.
and then you dip them in chocolate.
Right.
But so chuchos are like the little croissants in sugar. They're delicious. I like the calamari here. It's really, really good.
Mm.
I really like the kind of a simple but very tasty food, like the cheese and the tomatoes and the bread. Like it's just really tasty. The salads, like because it's so hot in here, like the salads are so good, and the fish is really good.
As far as like traditional Spanish foods,
Because people would say paella, but paella is okay. So we are in Catalonia in English, no? Catalonia. So it's a different area. So yes, it's part of Spain, but it's a very independence loving province, and it's a little bit more, I would say, French than it is kind of Spanish. This Catalan language is actually closer to French than it is to Spanish. I don't understand Catalan at all. I find that it's very difficult, but so it's a little bit different when it comes to the cuisine.
Yeah, but I mean, we haven't really, since coming here, we haven't like really had the chance to really dig into like a lot of the traditional Spanish dishes, I suppose. Just because we've honestly been super on the go since
we've been
cooking
at home. But I mean, I've eaten a lot of foods, and fidu. I think it's fideuà. It's like a very Catalan dish. It's like a noodles with.
I like noodles.
Yeah, it's like a more of a noodles thing.
You just broke my heart. I really love that red. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I know. I still have it on these two.
You pour acetone into the bowl to soak off gel polish. I thought it was a gimmick, and it's not.
Okay, what did you say? What was the question?
That was the one about the using a steamer for the first time.
Oh, the steamer. Okay. Yes, I'll answer that. I've tried it. I had the steamer. It is a bit of a gimmick because yes, it's the acetone. Like it's still heat and acetone. Like I don't think it's any better because they say we're using a steam, but it's acetone steam. It's not. So it's not really a water steam.
It's been 8 minutes, by the way.
Oh, okay. So let's try. Okay, I'm gonna get a paper towel. Just give me 1 second.
And off she goes. Oh, hi, Tammy. Glad to see you here. So the whole we'll be visiting France since it's so close.
Look at this.
Yes, we will.
So you see how it came off? Yeah, but it doesn't come off like that. Always. See, this is not happening when clients come in. I'll be honest with you. It almost like it's the product ages or something. So now I'm gonna grab a little bit of acetone. I'm gonna scrub it.
Scrub.
Because you don't want to be taking off the whole product and then cleaning it off. You want to take off one and then clean it off. So yeah, you see, I didn't even have to push it off. But again, this is not what happens if you actually wear it for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
This is not what happens if you actually wear it for 2 weeks.
Yeah. It's being taken off immediately.
Yeah, and I'll show you, see the video.
Ooh, cat skin in. Cat.
Oh, yes.
What?
Yeah, here.
I seem to be having some interweb issues over here.
Oh, really? As you can see.
Yeah, well, I mean, but that's something we were kind of warning about even in the beginning. Like, this is not a...
This is not how it comes off.
No, it really isn't. It's fun. I love doing these and doing like kind of the macro filming, like Like if you have a client who's been wearing this for 2 weeks,
Or
it's
three.
not going to remove, or
No.
3, it's not going to remove the way it just did for Anna. Like
Yeah.
absolutely not.
So I have some removals that are realistic, like after this, but I mean, at least you could see how to wrap them, right?
Yeah.
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 Being out with us for over an hour, almost and a half,
Yeah.
right? And I'm gonna just cut more foil. And by the way, I don't reuse foil because, so I always grab a new one. So even if client kind of messes up one, I don't try to apply the same foil. Yeah. Okay. So yes, tomorrow I'm going to do on Patreon a private live of doing my sister's nails, which she has hard to gel. They are, you know, a bit of a lot of work. Let's just put on her, and then also
Hey, is
I'm
everything
gonna.
running on your end?
Yeah, I hope so.
Okay.
Can you guys comment to see if you
Everything's
to,
okay.
to be true? Oh, maybe we got disconnected.
No, we're
Okay.
we're okay. Never mind.
Okay, so and tomorrow also at night I'm going to do this on my nails. One hand this, the cheaper brand, and then Dior on the other hand.
So go check out our Patreon
Yeah.
if you haven't. If you want to see that that live with you know, with dealing with hard gel and all that fun stuff, you definitely got to go check that out. And also we'll have the live tomorrow night where we're going to be doing, as what Anna was just mentioning, those lovelies that she just pointed out.
Yeah. And that's it. Have a wonderful evening.
Oh, well, you know what? Thank you so much for, you know, being a part of this and
We're very happy
stopping
to do
in
this.
and being a part of it as much as possible. We greatly appreciate it. Definitely, you know, appreciate all you guys and you know, everything that you put into
and the
it.
likes and the donations
Yeah, we
as
really
well.
appreciate it. So
Okay, I have a really low battery. It's
we gotta go,
die.
guys. But
Okay.
we'll catch you tomorrow. All right?
Thank you so much. Bye.
Ciao.